So the other day I uploaded a video that all of us got a little bit excited about, and that was showing the fact that sand actually floats inside water when we start getting soul sand involved. Yeah, this is a little bit crazy, and this one definitely causes issues with the frame rate, but there is actually a use for this. In that video, I created a sort of super fast sand elevator which transported sand from the bottom of a tower all the way up to the top at very high speeds. And then I tried it out with anvils, that worked as well, and I stopped there. Without thinking about the fact that lit TNT, ignited TNT, is the same, pretty much the same, as things like falling sand and anvils. Right, let's give this a go then. This, by the way, is very satisfying to watch. It's totally a visual glitch, but... Anyway, back to the serious matter at hand. TNT underwater. When it's ignited, oh my word, it actually works. Ooh, this is exciting. Okay, so lit TNT does respond to this. Okay. Let's build a system. So the first question is, which would make my life very easy, can you dispense a piece of TNT through soul sand? Doesn't look like it, does it? But wait right there, because I do have a potential solution to the problem, which is something that looks a little bit like this. So this soul sand would be at floor level. What was meant to happen was the slime block was meant to launch the TNT upwards, but that wasn't the case. So I'm going to have to revert back to my original plan, which is soul sand on the end of a double piston extender. With this setup, I'm a lot more confident. So inside this dispenser right here, we've got our TNT. Down there, we've got our double piston extender. And if we do this, I should probably wire up the dispenser. Right, let's try that again. If we do this... Ooh, okay, that dispenser powered that piston. TNT and I definitely have a bit of a love-hate relationship. I love working with it, but sometimes it is just a royal pain in the backside. Anyway, this block is now powering this dispenser, so if we place some TNT inside this thing and then hit the button... That's more like it. It still blew up everything, but it pushed it upwards. That's a good sign. What isn't such a good sign is that if we activate this thing... Nothing. It just blows itself up. Alright, this might be a little bit more involved than I was expecting. Maybe adding in a little bit more soul sand could potentially be the answer. Ooh, doesn't look like it. But you guys know me, I'm not quite done yet. I think I've come up with another solution to the problem, which should hopefully mean that the TNT gets launched up into the water stream. So that needs... Yeah, actually, I think that could be working. Now, I don't want any TNT in there at the minute, but we retract the block. That could actually function. Just need to swap that one out for a transparent object and maybe mess around with the timings a little bit. Maybe 3 ticks, that might be a little bit better, just a tiny bit slower. This could do it. First test of TNT into water. This is a tiny little water chamber. Why exactly would it fall back down? What reason does it have to fall down? I don't understand. I want to make one that's hidden under the floor, but I don't think I can. The problem that I think we're hitting is the fact that the soul sand doesn't boot back into being soul sand underwater for a little while. There's a tiny bit of delay, so I've messed around with the delays, and hopefully we can just about get there in time. That worked! It was kind of a bit all over the place, but that functioned! Yes! This thing's possible! I'm happy now. Okay, what do we do next? Now, as much as this is cool in terms of creating a hidden weapon, and it's is very satisfying to watch. As much as this is cool, part of me feels like I kind of want to try and create a TNT cannon out of it. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do it with the timings that we currently have. Yeah. I don't know. So the first thing that I've done is I've reduced the depth of our ocean. So now the TNT can go up and it has a little bit more time for igniting and doing things up at the top here. So the idea is that we send up 2 TNT at exactly the same time, so they'll both bob up at the same time. But then one of the TNT will explode, shooting the other TNT off into the distance, where it will also explode. So it'll be like a remotely activated TNT cannon, which will have both the TNT bobbing up out of the waves and then being shot across. I hope that makes sense. Who knows if this is actually going to function? This is all just experimentation and playing around. And I hope that you enjoy watching it. Now, one thing that this snapshot is making me realize is that I really miss having MC Edit. MC Edit doesn't work with these snapshots, and it's amazing just how much you use it. I use MC Edit all the time. It's crazy. In fact, I would go as far as to say that without MC Edit, I feel like Minecraft probably wouldn't be as successful as it is today. That's a big statement, so maybe take it with a pinch of salt. Now, the first question with this is, have I built this one wrong? Are the timings in synchronization, or is it random? And does anything strange happen when you activate both of these at the same time? Hopefully, we're about to answer all of those questions right now when we press this button. That looks pretty synchronized to me. Nothing strange happened, and by the look of things, I built everything correctly. Okay, that's good. Now, what happens if we change up the timings a little bit? So if we do that, that is a good sign. So the concept here is that what we want to do is we want to make it so that this TNT, this one right here, explodes much earlier than this one, so that it has a chance to be fired across. So what I've done is I've removed the integrated circuitry that is inside this redstone circuit, and we are going to wire it up ever so slightly differently. So instead of being powered by that, we're going to have a redstone line here. Maybe we'll just... Oh, I suppose we are limited by that piston, or are we? No, we're not. No, that can dispense with that piston being there, so that's fine. So then we can just run this directly straight round into this circuit right here, so it'll be powered really quickly. And that means that we should get an early TNT explosion. Now, my very humble goal that I have for this redstone contraption, my target is to be able to shoot it over this wall. If we can shoot it over this wall, then that means that we have created a successful redstone contraption. Does that count? Does that count? I kind of feel like that should count. These things are so funny to watch. I made a slight change to some of the redstone timings, and now it's definitely a little bit more deadly in terms of being shot across. See? It put it up on the side. I don't know if that's better or not. Okay, new plan. I'm redesigning this redstone circuit so that it can be placed closer to the other one, so that the TNT is obviously closer, which means that there's a higher chance of it being shot further. I wonder if I could even put it there. I highly doubt I would. Oh, I could just mirror it. So that wiring does that. And then we'd have 2 sets of TNT really close to one another. So it'd be like a double module. Why did I not think of making a double module earlier? I mean, seriously, that's a no-brainer. With that new setup now built, let's see how well it functions. TNT is very close, but it exploded way too early. Okay, let's try it on maybe 2 ticks. Alright. That actually gets shot across. But once again, it's still too early, so I feel like maybe we could even get away with just no difference. I would consider that. I would consider that a success. You know what? When in doubt, just put more TNT in as your fuel. And I think now that we have 3 pieces of TNT, which are going to be shooting the other piece of TNT across, we could be onto a bit of a winner. Yes! Oh my word! That is the underwater TNT cannon. That's got to be done. Oh man, that is so cool to watch. Look at that. Those TNT bob up. That is so cool. I still want to build this on the Hermitcraft server. That is crazy. You wouldn't even know what hit you. You would not even know what hit you. You'd be so confused by the whole thing. I'm even causing problems with my tank. Nice. Alright, well, there we go. I hope that you've enjoyed this little experimental redstone video. I've been really enjoying doing these experiments and doing these testing style redstone videos. I know they're very different from what I normally do. There's a lot of silence and me being confused, but I'm just trying my best to understand how these new game mechanics work so that we can use them in redstone contraptions like these that are just cool. It's cool. It's great fun. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.